Hello and welcome over here to Full Send Broadcast Network here on a nice Sunday night, the day after Christmas, for the Invasion Racing League's Bring Back Winston 500 Christmas Bash, brought to you by the official BUDMAN. Tonight, joining me in the booth, I have Justin Hutchinson and Kevin Croft. How y'all doing tonight, guys?
Real good. Good to be here.
Always good to be in the booth.
So let's take a look at some pre-race info here presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Tonight they're going to be running 500 laps around the world's fastest half mile here, the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. The ambient temperature out there tonight, 70 degrees, 51% humidity, partly cloudy skies with 2-mile-an-hour winds. These guys are going to be dealing with a track temperature that's fairly cool out there tonight. It's 73 degrees track temp. Going to have lots of grip out there, and they're going to have healing damage also. So the more damage that they incur, as long as they stay running, the damage will heal itself. They have unlimited fast repairs, unlimited sets of tires. The caution flag will only fly under admin discretion. And the reason why everybody's here tonight is the $100 winner-take-all grand prize. Whoever takes home the checkered flag here tonight will take home a $100 bill, and second place will just be the first loser here tonight. Nothing going else to anybody out there in the field. How do y'all think this race is going to go there tonight, Justin?
Yeah, I really think it's going to be a tight racetrack.
Kevin, what are your thoughts on this?
Like you said.
Yeah, it's going to be a race of attrition and patience, truthfully. I mean, 500 laps around this track it's a lot. It's going to take a little while to do, but as long as they stick with it and keep in there and, quick making those fast repairs and things like that, they can stay in that race and hopefully be there at the end.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, Justin. You were cutting out a little bit. But yeah, tonight's race will definitely be a race of attrition and just trying to keep the nose of that car clean. Let's take a look down here at the how some of these cars are running out here. Right now, as we have about 5 minutes left in practice, Aaron Smith is sitting up there on the top spot with a 15.787 out there, fastest lap in practice. Isaac Smallwood, not too far behind there, second fastest here in practice with a 15.822. Daniel Smith sitting there with a 15.894 in that 21 machine we're looking at right there. Jesse Scott in fourth right now with a 15.920. And rounding out the top five in practice is David Smith with a 15.946. The practice times from when we first joined the lobby up to this point have definitely improved. Originally, the top 2 or 3, I think, were down in the 15-second bracket. Everyone else was up in the 16s trying to figure out how this car handles around here. And it looks like we're starting to see some guys really figure it out, how to get the car to rotate in the corner. We've heard some drivers talk about how the car really bottoms out. As you see right there, we're following along with Roger Pierce. As that car loads up in the corner, you really see the sparks flying out from underneath those cars. Brake rotors glowing. We can hear you there, Kevin.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, these cars are when you go load them up in the corner, they do definitely want to push up, and then as the tire's going to go away, coming off the corner, the rear end's going to want to spin out on them. So it's going to be just a matter of managing that and just kind of understanding how your tire's going to go away throughout the run. So
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think the tire wear a lot, towards, like Kevin said, at the end of the runs is going to be a major factor. And really, this thing is only separated right now, about a second apart in practice. Not even that, really. So it's going to be a lot of close racing here, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be really tight, close racing, I believe. And really show how some of these guys may be able to handle the car track combo here with very high banks and fast speeds. And here in the chat, we got the official BUDMAN over here in the chat live. We appreciate you joining us there, watching the broadcast, BUDMAN. We appreciate you putting this race on, and we're really grateful to be able to bring it to all the fans of the Invasion Racing League.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate he couldn't be with us tonight. You know, he's out working right now, but it's pretty awesome for him to put this race on for everybody and put up a nice reward for the winner. And so we do appreciate that from the official BUDMAN. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. So I believe, Kevin, you ran some laps around here getting ready for the race tonight. What kind of fuel mileage or tire wear did you see out there?
I did notice that, yeah, I ran about 80 laps earlier tonight just to kind of see how it felt, and it's going to be around 70 or 80 lap runs, I would think, before the cars really start to want to spin out. Fuel-wise, though, you're going to be able to go several laps. I mean, really, I don't think it'll be much of a fuel game, at least throughout the first third of the race or whatever. Depending on different people's pit style, things like that, and strategies and whatnot. So we'll kind of see how it's going to play out throughout the night. But they definitely, about 87 to 80 lap run, I think, is where you're going to see a lot of these guys at.
And Justin, have you run any laps around here in these 87s at Bristol?
I think I've ran the 87s here probably once, and it's a really tight racetrack. You'd think it'd be really loose, starting out, but temperatures are cool tonight, so probably gonna see a lot of people up there towards that wall trying to get that car to turn really good.
And as practice is winding down here with about 30 seconds left, we see some drivers out there trying to lay down a little bit more rubber, maybe dialing in the cars just a hair bit more. Looks like we're gonna have 17 drivers in this race that are going to be eligible to qualify. That doesn't mean we won't have anybody show up during qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying with a 3-lap run to get your official time. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll definitely find out here shortly how some of these guys stack up as the checkered flag flies on practice. And there they go. Now we're just waiting for qualifying to start here and waiting to see who's going to jump onto pit road. Roger Pierce is going to be one of the first ones to jump out there.
Yeah, so these drivers are going to actually have 3 laps around here to try and make a good time. So they're really, the first lap's going to be more of a speed build-up. And hopefully the last 2, they got to hit their marks pretty good to see if they can start on the pole for tonight's Christmas bash.
Absolutely, yeah, and Roger Pierce is one of those drivers that has granted us permission to bring him into the booth under cautions, given that there are any cautions, to get a little bit of a driver input on how the race is going there from ground zero. You see Roger Pierce there, across the line, takes the green flag. That was his first lap.
Aaron Smith across the line with a 15.79 right now, sitting on the P1.
Absolutely blistering first lap for Aaron Smith. Go follow along with that 70 there as Daniel Smith goes up to P2 with a 15.92. There's that 70 machine of Aaron Smith right now, your current pole sitter.
Joe McAddery picks up pretty well from practice to qualifying.
Absolutely, yeah. He's almost broke that 15-second barrier.
Doesn't look like Roger Pierce got the lap he wanted there on that second one. About a 17.36. Might have had a little contact.
Now we're following along with the 8 of David Smith. Takes his first lap. It's going to put him P9 with a 16:52. See what's in store for his second lap here. Like he might have got a piece of the wall right there. Like he's going to be calling it quits on that one. Here's Jesse Scott. He looks to be running the 96 paint scheme, but his number in here is the 14. So for future reference, we may be calling out the wrong number on some of these cars. But just know that we are talking about the driver in that specific car. As Jesse Scott goes up to P7 with a 16.204. Keith Taylor goes up to P3 with a 16.01. Let's see if he's able to better that. Not going to better it that time around. In that 08 machine. That's a sharp looking paint job right there. That orange and black with chrome numbers.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I think that might be one of the best in the field. Well, the paint schemes. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, and that outside wall, I think it's really going to probably cause a little bit of issues when everyone gets gridded up and we get going here tonight.
Nicholas Don Francesco goes up to P3 with a 15.985. Oh, and he's going to lose it on a, I believe, lap 3 for him. That looks like that's going to kill his qualifying out there. Got the 08 of Keith Taylor idling around. Like the 11 of Eric. We've been trying to figure out how to pronounce this last name. So those of you watching, maybe you can help us out. We're trying to figure out if the K is silent or not. We don't know if it's Knudsen or Knudsen. He's sitting at the end of pit road looking to maybe start his qualifying time.
We should just call him EK.
We could do that. We could just call him Eric K for the rest of the race.
I noticed there's a couple cars in the field that are actually the Fords. Looks like the rest of them are all Chevys. So we'll see if that plays a factor tonight as well.
Right now, we've had 13 drivers take a lap. Right now, Aaron Smith sitting on the pole in P1 with a 15.789. As they run right now, we have Aaron Smith on the pole with a 15.78. Daniel Smith with a 15.92 in that 21 machine in second. Third, we got Nicholas Don Francisco in that 5 machine with a 15.985. Fourth, Keith Taylor with a 16.01, and rounding out the top 5, Joe McCattery in that 312 machine with a 16.087.
Kind of curious if we're not seeing some strategy come into play already. I'm wondering if a few of these guys at the back here that haven't taken laps are just going to elect to not take a lap and start in the back of the race.
That is a high possibility, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that as well, but I mean, it's Bristol. I don't really know if you want to start at the back at Bristol.
Yeah, I guess there's several different mentalities you can kind of approach with that, like try and stay in the back, stay out of trouble, or start up front and get out in front of the trouble. So.
Well, Aaron Smith is in the catbird seat right now, so we'll see if anyone else here can give him a fight at it. And it looks like Derek Holichuk has just connected, so we'll see if he makes a run here.
Yeah, and like we were talking about, that 70 machine there of Aaron Smith, he was really fast in practice. I believe he was fastest in practice. And it's really paying off here, especially in qualifying, sitting P1 right now. And for those of you tuning in tonight, we greatly appreciate you tuning in here to the Full Send Broadcast Network here on YouTube, presenting you the Invasion Racing League's Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, presented by the official Budman. The official Budman, he's out there on a boat right now in the Mississippi River. He's tuning in, watching along. We appreciate him and the Invasion Racing League putting on this race, giving out $100 of his own money to the winner here for the winner take all. Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash. as we have about 3 minutes left in qualifying. Does not look like anybody else is going to be trying to take to the track just yet. I believe if someone goes out with 1 minute left, they could have a chance to get all 3 of their laps possibly in to get an official time there. But going back to this whole race, I'm just really excited to see how this is going to play out. Just to see the beating and banging going on, especially with these 87s with the new damage model that they have from iRacing, where wheels can come off, hoods, fenders, bumpers, all fully detachable here in iRacing. And it just looks really cool out there seeing these big wrecks happen. But it's not fun to be in them. Not fun to be in them at all. It's kind of a very irritating factor if you bump the wall too hard, break a A-arm on the right front, and it just makes for a long night for the driver. But for us up here in the broadcast booth, it makes for great excitement and awesome races to be able to call.
Yeah, it definitely does. Actually, I witnessed a race like this. It was on dirt, but very similar to this format. And actually, the guy that won the race was 11 laps down at one point, and he came back for a last lap pass to win the race. So it was extremely exciting, and that's why I say these drivers just going to have to stick with it, stay patient. They're going to wreck. They're going to have to understand that and just dig through to the end.
Yeah, I think with the damage healing on, that's going to, it's not really going to affect them that seriously unless they, took their car out completely and cause an incident. But, minor scrapes against the wall, they should be fine in that area.
As we do have another driver taking the track right now for qualifying, Derek Holochak. There in the 89 machine, his first lap puts him P14 with a 16.872. Comes across for his second lap. That's going to move him up to P11 with a 16.506.
That's another really nice looking machine in the field here. I like
Absolutely.
that car.
Comes across the line to finish up his qualifying run here. That's going to put him up to P9 for Derek Holochak with a 16.282.
Hey, he just made it. Let's see if he can win $100 tonight.
Absolutely. With about 30 seconds left here in qualifying, he will be the last qualifier. We're just waiting for the timer to run out here, and we'll bring you the official starting grid presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Now, this is a somewhat of a recruitment race for the Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN, trying to draw more drivers into their league. So if you're interested in running with these drivers, hit the official BUDMAN up on Twitter or Twitch, and or here in Discord, or look up the Invasion Racing League on iRacing searches and apply to join the league. They'll be happy to have you. And as we're starting the grid here, let's take you through the official starting lineup here presented by the Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Starting on pole, Aaron Smith with the pole, with that 15.789 and that 70 machine. Outside front row in second spot, Daniel Smith in the 21. Third, Nicholas Don Francisco in the 5. Fourth is the 08 of Keith Taylor. And rounding out the top 5 is the 312 of Joe McCattery.
Starting in 6 and the number 11 is Eric K. Tommy Rhodes in 7th in the number 44. Jesse Scott starting 8th. Derek Holochak in 9th. Roger Pierce rounding out your top 10.
And starting in 11th, we have the number 13 car of Ty Watkins. Starting outside of him, of number 36 car of Devin Bird. In 13th place, we got Tyler Spencer. Number 14th, starting 14th, we have the number 8 car of David Smith. Starting 15th, 9 car of Isaac Smallwood. Number 12 car of Josh Goodman starting 16th. And to round out your top 18, we have number 28 of Michael Carter and Dougie Higgins starting 19th.
And that's your official starting lineup here in the Bring Back Winston 500, presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. As the cars are sitting on the grid getting ready to roll off here, pace car rolls off. We are moving now. We see these guys rolling around here. Lights are out on the pace car already. We're going green this time by. Waiting for the pace car to make that hard left turn. Like they're going to go one more time around here. Might have waved off the green flag last second. As they come down the backstretch here, last time before the green flag under pace speed. Pace car makes that hard left turn, waiting for the green flag to drop. Green flag is out here at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel Smith spun his tires on that start, but he recovered well.
Oops. Side-by-side battle for the lead here with Aaron Smith. Daniel
Three
Smith.
wide. Daniel Smith goes to the lead there. The 08 of Keith Taylor on the high side trying to get around Aaron Smith as well. They're going to clear the 70. 08 looks really fast. 08 goes to the inside of the 21 trying to take that lead. Keith Taylor looking hungry here in the opening laps. Side by side to the line.
Oh, one in the wall there.
That's Justin Scott, racing the 96 paint scheme. Looked like he's kind of recovered well.
Lose a few positions there, not too bad though.
As we have another car in the wall, looked like that was the 5 who's running the 24 paint scheme there of Nicholas Don Francisco was in the wall a little bit. Oh, as he goes loose right there.
Eric Knudsen.
These two leaders really starting to stretch it out over the 70 Aaron Smith. Daniel Smith in the 21, Keith Taylor there in the 08. Really trying to break away from the field here, but the 08 of Keith Taylor really giving it to the 21 there. Almost contact was made, almost, as they come out of turn 2 there. 08. Sorry, go ahead.
This is something we talked about in pre-races, the tire wear. So this is the question you have to ask yourself this early in the race. Do you want to keep the car on the bottom, try and get that position, or do you want to waste your tires and just... Yeah, so that's the big question, is how are you going to manage your tires throughout this early stages?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been following along with the 89 of Derek Holichuk and Roger Pierce there. They're both up 4 positions now in 5th and 6th. They're trying to make their way through the field. It was a little surprising that, you know, Keith Taylor, he had a huge run up there at the start, and he got up to the leader, and he really couldn't get by him.
That outside line typically is going to be a little bit quicker because you're able to keep a little freer. You don't need to get on the brakes as much getting to the corner, so therefore it can keep up more speed coming through the corner and getting off onto the straightaway. So stuff you'll see all night.
Oh, as we got the 5 car going around, locks it down. That's the 5 of, I believe that's Isaac Smallwood, who's actually running the number 9 on our overlay. But it does have the 5 paint scheme of Kyle Larson, as the caution does not come out for that.
Starting to see Aaron Smith peek the inside of the second place car as well.
Brake rotor's already glowing red hot on these cars. Door to door.
That battle for second's heating up.
Looks like Aaron Smith will clear the 08 here in this corner. See if he's going to slide up to take the position. He will. That's going to move Aaron Smith in that 70 back up to P2. As the 21, your leader, Daniel Smith, is in the wall. It looks like he has something broke on the right front. That car is dragging the ground constantly. That's going to allow the 70 of Aaron Smith to come around and take the lead, possibly. And keep in mind, they do have healing damage here tonight. As you see right there, that number 21 car, damage is already fixed. As we're coming around to complete lap 19 of 500 scheduled laps here tonight.
Oh, we have one hard in the wall in the back. I believe that's the 89 car. Yeah, it's Derek Holacek. He looks like he's recovered. He might have lost 1 or 2 positions.
'70 of Aaron Smith still fighting there on the bottom. You see the top line is the preferable line right now.
Absolutely. But the question is, will that bottom line wear out these tires that much faster? Because as you're able to see, the 08 of Keith Taylor fades back a little bit, and he ran that bottom line for several laps. Oh, the 70 got a little loose there, had to turn it down away from the 21, as they are battling hard for this lead.
Really, the 70, he gets really a good entry. He just can't make it stick on the bottom like the 21 can on the outside. The 21 just takes the lead back every time.
You have Keith Taylor sitting back there too at the catbird seat, just waiting for these guys to mess up. Could take advantage of this.
We've seen him try to nose it in there 3 wide a little bit earlier.
This battle for the lead really heating up now as the 08 comes back to the back bumper of these two cars.
Yeah, and these 3 leaders right here, they've done separated themselves from about 2 seconds back to 4th place. So right now it's a 3-way battle for this thing.
Absolutely. As we do have an issue with Nicholas Donfrancisco. I just don't want to break away from this battle for the lead just yet. We'll have to go back and see what happened to him once this battle for the lead kind of cools off a little bit. As Aaron Smith goes by and is able to clear the 21 of Daniel Smith. That 70 machine right there is your new leader, back to the point of the field after getting the pole position. Now, while these guys have, it looks like Derek Holacek has a blink right now.
I think he just packet lost.
Let's, as we see right here, Nicholas Donfrancisco. Let's go check out and see what happens. We see him lose it right there again. The Nicholas is that 24 machine right there in the Rainbow Warrior colors. Looks like it started coming around on him as he got on the brakes, possibly a little bit of wheel hop. That's easy to do out here at Bristol Motor Speedway with how hard you are on the brakes.
We actually have a really good 5-car battle for 10th through 14th right now. They're all throw a blanket over all of them.
Yeah, that's going to be the 312 of Joe McAdary, Michael Carter in the 28, Tyler Spencer in the 31, the 12. Oh, it's the 28.
He saved it. What a save right there.
Absolutely. That's going to be the 28 of Michael Carter. Let's go back and take a look at that.
Could have been a $100 save right there.
Absolutely. We see it right here. See that green and purple car? That's the 31. Had his fender in there and hooked the 28. 28. Quick hands, able to save it as we go back live.
And that 70 of Aaron Smith, he's just checked out right now. He's got a 2-second lead.
Yes, he has.
2.4-second lead, I'm sorry.
And as he's coming back up on the 24 machine, that's actually the 5 of Nicholas Don Francisco. Looking to put Nicholas another lap down. That'll put him 3 laps down so far tonight. Nicholas Don Francisco not having the race he wanted so far tonight. Being this early and already looking at going 3 laps down. Yeah, Aaron Smith really checking out on the field right now.
Definitely has that bottom line figured out, that's for sure.
Absolutely. As we have a huge battle back here for 11th as the 8 goes hard into the inside wall. That's the 8 of David Smith.
I'm just curious to when Aaron Smith runs into these lap cars up here.
Ooh.
Right now,
Francisco's in the wall again.
Right now we're looking at a battle back here between the 5 of Isaac Smallwood and the 312 of Joe McAdary. Looks like Isaac Smallwood able to get the upper hand on McAdary and get that pass and move himself up to the 11th spot. We go watch back our leader as he's working his way through lap traffic, trying to work on David Smith in that 8 machine to put him a lap down.
Been watching that 12 of Josh Goodman. He's up 6 spots now in 10th. He looks like he's got a pretty fast car back there.
They need to really get on the ball here because they are almost on the same straightaway as the leader. As we see the 70-year leader, Aaron Smith, coming up on a gaggle of lap cars here. That's going to be the 31, the 28, and the 312.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how much time there that Daniel Smith's going to make up on him.
What a rolling roadblock, because they are 3 wide in front of him.
Tyler Spencer clipped the outside wall when he's outside the leader. That kind of little hairy.
As the 36 of Devin Bird was in the wall right there, it caused a little bit of a panic moment out of the 70. But just right there in one fell swoop. Oh, there's a little bit of contact back there. Just in one fell swoop, one gaggle of cars. That put 5 cars 1 lap down within a few laps.
Yeah, and Aaron Smith got through that actually pretty well there. Now Daniel Smith's going to have to try to work his way through that. So 70's just going to build on his lead right here. And really everyone's looking for a caution at this point.
And right now we're riding along with Roger Pierce on his back bumper, looking back at your leader. That
Looks like
leader
we
really closed up on him.
Looks like we actually have our first car on the pit road to get some tires. It's the 312 of Joe McAddery.
And it looks like the 11 of Eric K is in the pits too. Get some service on that machine after 47 laps.
Jesse Scott just came on the radio, said he's pitting as well.
So possibly the beginning of green flag stops here. Oh, as we have a car in the wall, the 70 had to make evasive maneuvers to go around. That looked like Jesse Scott, possibly. It was in that 96 machine. We'll have to go back and see what happened there. That was really a panic moment for the leader. Let's go back and ride along with our leader and see what he's seeing. As we're riding along with our leader, seeing what he's seen whenever the 96 was sideways. Oh yeah, that was a panic moment right there for sure. As we go back live, your leader, Aaron Smith, is now 5.5 seconds almost ahead of second place. 5 cars are left on the lead lap as we have several cars coming down pit road.
Keith Taylor, Jesse Scott, Tommy Rhodes have all come to pit road. They're finishing up their services now. Roger Pierce, Ty Watkins, and Tyler Spencer also on pit road.
Are you guys surprised that they're pitting so early here, or do you think it's just because the tires have worn out so bad?
I would have to say, as we see Nicholas Don Francisco get sideways again right there, I would say I'm actually pretty surprised that they are pitting this early, being that they could probably run 100 laps on a tank of fuel.
Yeah, again, I think getting around to each other actually in a pack too. A lot of these guys used up their tires a little earlier, so hopefully that'll be a learning curve for them. So throughout these next runs here, they'll know how to manage them a little bit better.
Looks like your leader is on pit road in that 70 machine.
That's going to cycle the 21 of Daniel Smith back to the lead. Daniel Smith has yet to pit.
That puts Isaac Smallwood up into the third place. He spun out earlier.
As Isaac Smallwood is on pit road with Aaron Smith and Josh Goodman and Devin Bird.
I really think, though, that whoever can drive their car the longest on the old tires should probably end up winning this thing.
I would think so, yeah. As we see your leader, the 21, Daniel Smith, coming down pit road, as he had to check up for the 12 there of Josh Goodman coming out of his box.
Both the 8 and the 28 missed their pit box there.
And the 21 missed his box.
Oh, wow. You got one that just missed pit road completely there. Who was that?
As we've completed 56 laps here, coming around to complete lap 57 of scheduled 500 laps here tonight.
Looks like Nicholas Don Francisco missed pit road the first time, so he had to come back in. He just spun it going on to pit road. Just trying to straighten it back out. It's going to put him a few laps down now.
As we see Aaron Smith in that 70 machine has cycled back around to the lead. He is now 8.2 seconds ahead of Keith Taylor in that 08. And after green flag stops have cycled out, we also have 7 cars left on the lead lap. Right now, Aaron Smith is working hard on the back bumper of Ty Watkins in that 13. Make it 6 cars on the lead lap. Now that green flag stops are over, what do you say we crank it up for a moment there, guys?
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
And we're back here tonight from Crank It Up here, presented by the Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Here at the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash from Bristol Motor Speedway here on Full Send Broadcast Network. For all of you tuning in here tonight, we greatly appreciate you stopping by and checking it out. Right now, Aaron Smith in that 70 machine is still your leader. He has stretched out to 8.7 seconds of a lead. Working on some lap traffic here, that 44 of Tommy Rhodes. Looking to put the 5th place car 1 lap down. That's going to leave 4 cars on the lead lap.
Yep, these guys got a lap down, shouldn't give up. They need to stay in there because one wreck up front could put them all back on the same lap. So definitely they want to keep sticking with it here. Try not to go down any more laps, but definitely stick with it.
Absolutely. So apart from the obvious, as we're approaching 1/5 of the race being completed here, as we are working on lap 75, coming around to complete it. Who are y'all looking for to possibly make a comeback? Maybe give something for this 70 to think about.
Tell you one that I'm kind of looking at is Isaac Smallwood from that early spin in the race. He's already back up to up to 4th place, still in the lead lap. So it's definitely a really good recovery there, which means he's fast. So I'm kind of keeping my eye out for him.
What about you, Justin?
I'm having a little technical difficulty there. I got kicked out of the race.
Alrighty, we'll work on that. We'll be waiting on you here in the broadcast. As
loading up.
All right. As we're working on lap 78 now, 77 laps completed. Let's give you a rundown of the field as they run right now. Your leader here is Aaron Smith in that 70 machine, putting on a dominating performance. Here in second is Daniel Smith in that 21 machine. Looking good out there tonight. Led a few laps up there. Possibly had a little bit of an issue, possibly getting on and off pit road. In third, we got the 08 of Keith Taylor. That sharp looking orange and black paint job there really stands out in all this field. In fourth, we got the 44 of Tommy Rhodes. And rounding out the top 5 is the 13 of Ty Watkins.
Sitting in your 6th position, we have the number 9 of Isaac Smallwood. Back in 7th place, number 12 car of Josh Goodman. Number 8th place, we have Joe McAddery in the 312 car. 9th place, we actually have Roger Pierce. And round out your top 10 is Jesse Scott.
Sitting in 11th, we got David Smith in the number 8. Up 6 spots in 12th, Michael Carter in that number 28. Tyler Spencer sitting there in 13th. Devin Bird in 14th. Nicholas Don Francesco a few laps down there in 15th. Eric Kay looks like he's still on the track there, 16 laps down. And Derek Holochak is your last driver remaining in 17th.
And that's your official running order as they run here, presented by the official BUDMAN and the Invasion Racing League in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash here from Bristol Motor Speedway on Full Send Broadcast Network. As we go back and look at the leader here, looks like we've had an incident between with Isaac Smallwood. Looks like
wow.
Big wreck back
Roger
here.
Pierce.
Tommy Rhodes.
No caution. Daniel Smith
Leaders
just got
just
along a
moved
little.
through.
we will have to go back and look at that and see what happened. We go back here, we see the whole gaggle of cars right there. You see the 44 up into the wall. They're 3 wide right there, and looks like Roger Pierce comes up just a little bit. He's there, that 29 car on the bottom. 96 is in the middle. That's going to be... Or is that the... Trying to tell what car that is exactly. Oh, as Roger Pierce gets hooked while they're 3 wide. Collects the 96, the 44.
Another big wreck here. Oh, wow.
We'll cut to that here in a second. We're just showing the finishing up of that big wreck there.
Got one sideways on the track. Keith
That's
Taylor.
your 08. It's your third place running car.
As we go back and see what happened to Keith in that 08. Looks like he's up in the middle of the 44 and the 31.
No, he can't even turn it around.
Oh my gosh.
I think he might be a little upset right now with that.
Yeah, he got a huge hit there. And with how spaced out these cars are, that just makes it that much more difficult. Keith wound up having to tow, looks like, in that 08 machine. That's a tough break for a car that's been running top 3 all race. Goes to show how quickly tides can turn here. Oh, Roger Pierce narrowly misses the 31 there of Tyler Spencer as Tyler Spencer was loose. Here comes Roger Pierce around the high side of your leader. Get one of his laps back.
Yeah, Roger's got some fresh tires right now, and I think he's got a little bit of anger built up in him.
Right now, there's only 2 cars left on the lead lap. That's the 70 of Aaron Smith, your leader, and the 21 of Daniel Smith back in second place. Third place is Isaac Smallwood. He's 1 lap down. From 4th to 6th is 2 laps down. 7th and 8th is 3. From 9th to 12th is 4 laps down. And 13th to 14th are each 5. 15th is 6 laps down. And then the 16th and 17th place cars are out of the race.
Hey, we're almost coming up on 100 laps here, and I'm sure right now these guys are battling themselves in their own heads. It's just going around in circles. It actually gets you kind of dizzy going around here this much. So
Absolutely.
I'm trying to keep focused. So we'll see what kind of happens here.
Yeah, with the lap times they are running around this place, it really can get you disoriented on which end of the track you're at. Let's go do a ride along here. Let's pick someone to go watch. Maybe let's go ride along with the 44 of Tommy Rhodes and see what it looks like from his point of view. As him and the 24 of Nicholas Don Francisco both get sideways right there.
Yeah, that was really close right there. They both straightened it out, though.
Riding along on the visor cam of the 44. Keith Taylor is on pit road. Isaac Smallwood is coming off of pit road. See how much these guys are fighting the wheel to get this car to turn. As we look back at that, I believe that's the 29 of Roger Pierce behind the 44 of Tommy Rhodes. He makes the pass on David Smith in the 8. And one person we really have not talked a whole lot about tonight is that 8 of David Smith. He's been out there really putting on a slow and steady performance. Creeped his way up there into the top 3, 2 laps down. Right now, he's on his own lap. I would say he's sitting pretty comfortably there in the 3rd spot.
Yeah, I think that's even a car we seen a little sideways earlier on in this event. So we're now 100 laps in.
As we see your leader starting to approach the 2nd place car of Daniel Smith in the 21. Let's see if we can get the 21 in frame here. Just to kind of put it in perspective, we'll go up to the blimp. A little bit too far out. But the 70 there in that yellow car is chasing down. You'll catch a glimpse of the 21 here. Above that green car you've seen entering turn 1. The other yellow car is the 21 of Daniel Smith, and that's who the 70 of Aaron Smith is running down. And one thing that I've just noticed, we have all Smiths in the top 3. I guess you can say this is a Smith show.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
one thing- Go ahead.
I think Smith's the most common name there is, and they're all in the top 3, so it's kind of wild.
One thing we might want to start seeing here, we might start coming back to pit road. We're getting inside that window again. Just keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely, yes. We are approaching. Oh, as Joe McCattery's in the wall and gets hit by Devin Bird in the 36. They're both able to grab it and keep going. No harm, no foul. We see here, we're looking at Daniel Smith in the 21, who is losing a ton of ground to that 70. Who looks to be like only 3 cars back behind this 21 machine.
Looks like the 70 is going to hit the pit road. I think that's a little glitch there. Maybe that's my timer telling me he's going to pit soon.
Here comes Devin Bird to the inside of the 21 as the 21 gets up in the wall just a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see if our winner will have the entire field lapped.
Yeah, I really think someone's going to have to stretch it out on older tires just to give a shot at the 70. The 70 is just dominating this thing right now. He's about to have the whole field lap down right here.
'70 got a little loose there. He kind of hit the inside apron. So his tires looks like they might be going away. So keep an eye on that.
Right now, the 70 is on the bumper of the 21, the only car left on the lead lap. Pretty wide, Isaac Smallwood with the big move to get one of his laps back there. That's going to allow the 70 of Aaron Smith to get around Daniel Smith. And that puts the entire field 1 lap down.
Well, that puts the top 4, well, just the top 2 are 1 lap down. I think everyone else is 2 laps down or more.
The biggest question is, can Aaron Smith be flawless for this whole race? It's a lot of laps left.
And that's going to be the tricky part, is to make it a flawless race. One mistake by a lap car, you can be as perfect as you want, but one mistake by a lap car and your race can be over. You can have nowhere to go, or just the sheer fact of a car coming around that's faster with newer tires can just take you out. As we see Daniel Smith and David Smith on pit road. Sorry to interrupt you there.
I think at the rate he's dominating right now that people aren't going to give him as much space as they were early on in this thing here. You know, probably now is a good time to stop. You know, let him just go by you.
Kind of go down, start blocking, make him use his tires up a little bit more. It's like you have Daniel Smith just coming off pit road. It's like he made stop for tires. Look for him to take one of his laps back here. Look at that rate of closure he's getting on him with the new tires.
Isaac Smallwood comes down pit road.
Looks like we've got Aaron Smith coming in.
It's going to be interesting to see if Daniel Smith can make them 2 laps up here back on him. Maybe lower the gap a little bit.
Got Isaac Smallwood coming back out too, so maybe he can gain one of his laps back.
As we're following along with Daniel Smith in that 21 machine. As takes it 3 wide.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, big wreck 13 going hard into the wall.
Daniel Smith is on a mission right now.
That was the 13 of Ty Watkins receiving the bad end of the deal on that. Daniel Smith really looking strong and fast right now, really trying to capitalize.
Yeah, looking at the review on that, he was a clean pass by Daniel Smith. It just hit 3 wide there. He got loose in the middle and just kind of turned it.
Daniel Smith has knocked it down to under 12 seconds.
Yeah, due to the fact that the 70 of Aaron Smith stayed out longer that run, it allowed Daniel Smith to gain about 4 seconds there, but we'll have to see if Aaron Smith can pull away again on the fresh tires.
Just gotta be cautious here and pick his way through this lap traffic. I wouldn't take it 3 wide if you don't have to, but looks like he has to on the front stretch there.
Ooh, 3 wide right there, yeah. Really, really big move by Aaron Smith to get through them lap cars for sure.
Yeah, Roger Pierce pushed up and got on the wall. He's lucky he didn't come back down on him, take him out.
Nicholas Don Francisco with more issues. Go take a look and see what happened to him. As you've seen, he was up against the inside wall.
And unfortunately, he's been having a hard race here today.
Very tough race for the 24 of Nicholas Don Francisco. Oh, looks like he just had a huge run coming up on the back of the 29 of Roger Pierce. And looks like he just rear-ended Roger Pierce fairly hard. And it just turned him down to the inside wall. We see Aaron Smith in that 70 trying to get around Don Francisco.
Really great runs up here in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position of Smallwood, David Smith, and Michael Carter. Just they got to get themselves back on the lead lap here. They're up 12, 10, and 13 spots. It's really great runs right there.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the 28 of Michael Carter, the 8 of David Smith, and the 9 of Smallwood, who's running the 5 paint scheme. Oh, as we have a big wreck, looks like. Looks like it was Tommy Rhodes. and Nicholas Don Francisco. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. There we're seeing the 44 of Tommy Rhodes. Oh, looks like he had to check it up really hard to avoid the 29 of Roger Pierce. Locked it down, didn't hit any walls. Able to really hold on to that 44 machine. We go back live here.
And that last lap, Aaron Smith ran about a half second faster than Daniel Smith.
Yeah, let's
check him out again.
Let's take a look at the lap time history here. Yeah, it looks like Aaron Smith has ran half a second faster roughly this whole race, or the last 5 laps, than Daniel Smith. Yeah.
He's about a straightaway behind Daniel too, so he's trying to get another lap on him, trying to put him down another lap.
Yeah, you should put him down another lap here. Probably about 5 more laps. As Daniel Smith's tires is about 7 laps old, so they're a little bit off cycle.
We've completed 141 laps, working on lap 142 here.
Welcome.
You got Aaron Smith going back through lap traffic here, trying to catch Daniel. Keeping it down on that inside. He hasn't abandoned that inside at all.
Aaron Smith up to a 17-second lead now.
So the question is how nice is Daniel going to be on letting him by? Is he going to try and block him? What's your thoughts on that?
I really don't know how the 21 is going to play this right here. I mean, if I was him, I would try to hold the 70 up as much as I could to potentially give myself a short pit opportunity to catch all that time back up.
Looks like the driver of the 36, Devin Bird, is going to join us here for the remainder of this.
Yeah. I blew a couple tires, put her in a fence.
Yeah, I noticed you got in a couple different incidents out there. It's looking pretty rough out there, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a fun race, but you get new tires and you're faster than the guys that don't have new tires, and then the tires wear off and then you fall off.
We're going to go check in through the field here. Right now, your leader is the 70 of Aaron Smith, putting on a dominating performance out there tonight. In second, the first car 1 lap down, is Daniel Smith in that 21 machine, trying to get by the 312 there. In third, you have the 9 of Isaac Smallwood running that 5 paint scheme. In fourth, David Smith in that 8 machine, really having a good showing out there tonight, up 10 spots. Just quietly hanging out there in the top 5. And in fifth, we got Ty Watkins in the 13 machine.
Jesse Scott sitting in 6th right now with Joe McCattery in 7th. Josh Goodman up 8 spots there. They're sitting in 8th with Tommy Rhodes in 9th. And Roger Pierce in that number 29 machine sitting P10.
Position number 11, you have the number 31 car of Tyler Spence. Outside of him in the 12th position is Nicholas Don Francisco in the number 5 car. He's had a little bit of issues today. He's about 13 laps down. On out in 13th position, we have Michael Carter, who's also about 17 laps down. And then the 14th position is Devin Bird, who joins us in booth.
And in 15th, we got Keith Keen Taylor. 16th, Eric K. 17th, Derek Holochak. And that rounds out your field that's running. The 7 of Dougie Higgins Jr. did not get to start the race. But right now there was 17 cars that took the green flag, and that is how they run. Here in the Invasion Racing League's Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash presented by the official BUDMAN.
And it looks like the 28 of Michael Carter has disconnected, so his race is over.
Also, Eric K is also disconnected, so he's actually taking it back to the hauler.
But right now, Daniel Smith is on his own lap. Being 1 lap down. Aaron Smith, your leader, out to a solid 1 lap lead as we still have 13 cars on the lead lap. Sorry, not on the lead lap. 13 cars still on the track.
Yeah, and we still have about 340 laps to go.
For those of you tuning in tonight, we greatly appreciate it here at the Full Send Broadcast Network, tuning in to the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, brought to you by the Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Definitely been a wild night of racing so far as we've completed 161 laps, now working on lap 162 of a scheduled 500 lap race distance. Should be seeing green flag stops again here soon.
So last time your leaders pitted was on lap 125 of Aaron Smith, and then Daniel Smith actually pitted on 118. So I would think they're turning about 65 lap stints right now. So should start to see those guys come in the next 5 to 10 laps, I would think. Man, I'm just sitting here riding along with Aaron Smith right now myself, and his car is just on a rail in that lower line. He is not bobbling, he's not doing anything, he's just smooth as the whole way around the corner.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone run the lower line like that. He's been hugging that bottom the entire race, and it's worked for him.
Just kind of wonder if some of the other drivers shouldn't adopt that same style and see if that doesn't help them out.
It's like Roger Pierce has adopted style a little bit back here.
So we've got Tommy Rhodes on pit road, number 44 car.
Pierce getting way down to the bottom of that.
Oh, must have a big incident there. He saves it though. Ooh.
Had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. But
Tyler
we're all
Spencer.
back now.
Tyler Spencer almost lost it coming off the corner, almost took out the 2 cars behind him as they split him.
Yeah, this thing's not over by all means. I mean, anything could happen. Somebody could accidentally take out the leader there.
Absolutely, yeah.
or send him down pit road.
Here comes Tommy Rhodes on fresh tires, so we'll see how fast he gets by him here.
Gonna blow by the 70 right there. Having a little bit of a technical difficulty with the overlay here. There we go, we got it fixed.
Roger Pierce is still making passes there on that bottom, just like the leader is, but he's about 8 laps down now.
We have Isaac Smallwood coming down pit road, along with Joe McCattery. Isaac Smallwood actually nosed it into the inside pit wall.
Got Josh Goodman and Isaac Smallwood on pit road as well.
Absolutely, yeah, and as we go and take a look, we see the 14 there who's actually running the 96 of Jesse Scott. He's running up there in the top 10 right now in 6th. And really just kind of minding his own business. I've noticed he has been involved in a couple of incidents tonight, but able to keep it rolling. Tommy Rhodes in that 44 going by Nicholas Don Francisco.
Got your second place car, Daniel Smith, coming on the road.
Looking to do another short pit here over Aaron Smith, your leader. Able to stop in that pit box, not slide through it. It's key to this racetrack here. If you slide through your box, it's going to take up a load of time.
Let's see how many laps it is till Aaron comes on. See if he notices that Daniel was on pit road right there. Is he going to play the strategy that way?
Right now, the track seems kind of quiet.
I think the 21 might have a little problem here getting around Roger Pierce. Pierce moves up now to let him by. Just wondering when frustration's really going to kick in for some of these drivers, you know.
Well, as you talk about that, let's talk about, along with the frustration, the fatigue that will come with running 500 laps around this place. As we're getting about within 70, about 65 laps until we are halfway here. These drivers' arms have got to be wearing out. And, I mean, it's definitely tough mentally, but physically it's demanding.
Yeah, definitely. The mental one for me earlier, at least when I was running that short stints that I did, that one, again, the constant in the circle, it feels like you're spinning the entire time. That was just mentally draining for me. And it really depends on, too, how they have these cars set up. Do they have more force feedback, less force feedback to where you're fighting the wheel more? So that's all going to take play a factor into that as well. So definitely a long way to go, and we'll kind of see what happens here.
Absolutely, yeah. And as we see, You can see on the broadcast here the marbles that have gathered on the high and low lines, but there definitely is 2 grooves to be run here tonight. So it's not a 1-groove track like it used to be, like the old Bristol.
We got your leader on pit road. So let's see what kind of time Daniel Smith can make up here.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's gonna be as close as he was last stop.
He's going to get the one back right here. He's going to hold him off. He gets by him.
That's going to put Daniel Smith back on the lead lap there. Not able to gain as much time as he did last pit stop.
But I think, too, with those fresh tires, that Aaron's going to get that, put him the lap back down real fast.
Yeah, Daniel's going to have to figure out a little bit different strategy there. I think he can make up a lot of time on Aaron Smith, but he's really got to think into his strategy.
I like what he's doing there by staying on the bottom, making Aaron think about it, because Aaron going to go to the top, maybe get out of a different line and put it in the wall.
Absolutely.
I would control that bottom, make Aaron pick a different line right now. I mean, someone's going to have to do it, or Aaron's just going to keep dominating this race.
There he goes. You see Aaron going to the high side.
Daniel Smith is getting a little loose there. That allowed him to get by him, putting the lap back down.
That's 11 lap fresher tires. What Daniel's got to do is minimize the gap between the tires and try to stay in front or as close to as Aaron as he can.
Right now, while we have a chance, let's take you through what it looks like with the I rating that these drivers have. Aaron Smith is an A class with a 5.8 thousand I rating. Daniel Smith in second has a 2K I rating. David Smith has a 900. Isaac Smallwood has a 2600 I rating. Jesse Scott a 1.7. Josh Goodman with a 2.0. Ty Watkins with a 1.1. Joe McAddery with a 2.0. Roger Pierce with a 1.2. Tommy Rhodes 2.1. Tyler Spencer with a 0.4. Nicholas Don Francisco with a 1.6. Devin Bird. Oh, as we see the 70 of Aaron Smith having lots of blinking it right there. If that was me, I'd be a little worried.
Yeah, that would be a huge bummer.
Yeah, we're going to that rundown too. The second place car, Daniel Smith, actually, somebody got real loose, turned sideways in front of him, and they had to check up. There's 3 or 4 cars in that group. So almost had the second place car taken out.
And I find it kind of funny that at races like this, longer races, you'll have moments where the whole field is spread out, and then all of a sudden, bam, you'll have 5, 10 cars under a blanket. Oh, as the 8 goes for a ride right there, David Smith able to lock it down, not hit anything. He's going to take it down pit road and go ahead and get service on that 8 machine.
So it looks like Tommy Rhodes and Aaron Smith both pitted on the exact same lap, and Tommy Rhodes is actually pulling away from Aaron Smith right now.
Yeah,
He
and
might-
that's actually kind of interesting.
He must have figured something out with that machine.
And he's sitting 7 laps down in 10th. Maybe he had a strategy of holding off until the halfway point.
And we're about 4 laps away from the 200 lap mark here, so is it go time for him? Because he is just pulling away from Aaron Smith right now.
Yes, he is. That 44 machine definitely looks fast right now. Aaron Smith is still your leader. Dominating performance tonight. Oh, is the 8 of David Smith hard into the wall. That was a hard hit.
David was having such a good run there and had a little issue a couple laps ago, and then that issue there is it's not good for that number 8 car.
As we see right now, the 8 actually going around Aaron Smith, getting one of his laps back. But let's pull up the last pit lap for all the drivers here. Aaron Smith came in on lap 187. David Smith, that just went by, hit it on lap 197. So it makes you wonder, is that the difference of just 10 lap newer tires?
I think one of the reasons that these drivers may be pitting early, I know the damage handling's on, so I'm sure there's still tire wear, correct?
Yeah, there would be tire wear, yes.
There's tire wear.
So I would assume that they're probably getting right front going down warnings. If someone can save that right front there, like Daniel Smith there, I think he's just a lap down now, and try to extend. He's got 11 lap different tires than Aaron Smith. He could make a little bit of ground up, but he's going to have to stay out there and save the tires.
Got Roger Pierce closing up and back Aaron Smith as well, so Aaron's tires are definitely going away.
Once again, for those of you watching here tonight, we greatly appreciate you stopping by and tuning in to Full Send Broadcast Network, showing you the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash put on here by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. BUDMAN right now couldn't make it out tonight. He is currently out on a boat, but he is tuned in and watching as we have the Nicholas Don Francisco sideways on the apron of the track, losing it, trying to get that 24 car turned around. He's going to get it whipped around facing the right direction and get it going again.
It's like Josh Goodman's exiting pit road there. Ty Watkins on pit road.
So right now, your leader, Aaron Smith in the 70s, the only car on the lead lap. The 21 of Daniel Smith.
We got a turn for the
big
second place
wreck,
car,
big wreck.
Second place car.
Track is blocked. Oh, the 12's involved. 70
wow.
gonna barely get through there. Huge implications for the 21 of Daniel Smith.
He's just getting it back rolling.
Aaron Smith barely able to get through that. Let's go check that incident out from the leader's perspective as he sees the 24 coming back down the track. He didn't know where to go, and he just kind of let Jesus take the wheel right there, seemed like, and the seas parted, and it allowed him to get through that incident and retain the lead.
It's one of those incidents that make your legs go numb.
Absolutely.
I think if we're not going to see a yellow in this thing, then might as well check the box for Aaron Smith to get that $100.
But it's not over yet, as we are approaching the halfway mark here, as we're coming around to complete lap 222. Aaron Smith checking out to 2 laps over the 21 of Daniel Smith. It's nowhere near finished.
Well, there's another incident. Daniel Smith got into Tommy Rhodes. Actually, Tommy went to the inside, but he was able to gather it back up.
They're 3 wide on the back stretch.
Daniel's probably chomping at the bit back there, just wanting everybody to get away from him so he can just run his race.
And I believe the official BUDMAN is watching. I don't know if he will be able to jump in Discord or not, but we'd love to have you on here, BUDMAN, to talk about the league a little bit. Jump in for an interview if you can. Just let us know there in the chat whether or not you're available, and we'll make it happen.
Looks like we got Devin Bird back on the track too, so after some lengthy repairs, they got him back up and running.
Get the eye in the sky. I'm riding behind your second place car right now. He's throwing sparks everywhere.
Just called Devin our Parker Klickerman.
In-car camera. Reporter on the track.
And we'll actually do a ride along with the 36 to kind of show you his perspective of it here. Walk us through how this track drives for us, Devin.
Well, you got to get off the gas or the car's going to push up to the wall, especially when your tires are gone. I'm struggling right now. I've ran probably like 40 laps. I think my right fronts are like 33%, so it's definitely a right front tire killer.
Ooh, we have another issue with Daniel Smith. He's actually on pit road right now. He kind of lost control there.
Looks like he's going to go ahead and bring it down and get that car serviced.
He overshot his pit a little bit too. Had to back it up there and lost a lot of time.
That's going to move Isaac Smallwood up to second here. Smallwood now on his very own lap, being 3 laps down behind Aaron Smith in the 70 machine.
Now, if I recall, that was my pick from earlier, was Isaac Smallwood, so I'm going to still keep an eye on him. It's, like we said, one small incident happens to Aaron Smith, Isaac Smallwood's going to be sitting right there, so.
We see your leader right now coming up on this gaggle of cars.
Got your leader right there behind Devin Bird.
One small incident here could take your leader with it, as you see a wad of lap cars in front of him.
And we got one of them blinking too.
Now, Devin, we see the leader run that bottom line like that lap after lap after lap. Is that something that you feel like you can do in that car?
I'm trying it, but he probably has a lot better throttle control than I do to get the car to turn down to the bottom. I think I'm running the car in too hard into the corners. I'm trying it. He's definitely a lot faster than I am.
And we appreciate you stopping in here, Devin Bird. We'll catch up with you here some point during the race and see how it feels out there on the track with the car once it has some more laps on it.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Fortunately, just got word from the official BUDMAN. Looks like his service is kind of spotty out on the boat, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to join us for an interview here tonight. And for you all that out there watching, if you want to check him out, he is actually a streamer on Twitch. It's twitch.tv.theofficialbudman. Check him out. He does various things from iRacing to Fortnite, actually playing slot machines, and then they're just sitting around just chatting. So check him out. It was good. It was a good time to hang out with him.
Absolutely, yeah. Go check him out, and he's on Twitter, Facebook, and I believe Instagram with the name #official or the official BUDMAN. As Roger Pierce comes off a pit road now, getting that 29 car serviced. Your leader sitting right behind a lap car right there. That's going to be, I believe that is the 12 of Josh Goodman, I believe. Let's see, no, that's...
Just have the 95 of Jesse Scott there in front of him. Jesse's been blinking a little bit.
Yeah.
So that would make me a little bit nervous trying to get by him there, especially going to the corner.
Absolutely, yeah. As we see the leader, Aaron Smith, really kind of holding back, kind of expecting him to blink a little bit. But he's going to go ahead and send it off in there and clear the 96. Try to. Not going to quite do it that straight away, but he will clear him here in turns 3 and 4.
And for everybody that's new to iRacing too, when we talk about blinking, it's when basically you lose a good internet connection. If the car blinks away and two cars touch while that happens, basically when that car comes back, you'll be in the inside of each other, and then you just cause a big wreck. So you take each other out. So it can be very frustrating when you're racing somebody like that. But we also know too that internet issues happen. And it's part of iRacing.
Like a blown motor.
Yep. It's a racing incident at that point.
Tyler Spencer sending it around right there. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened with the 31 machine. Team on the inside there of Isaac Smallwood. Goes off into turn 1 and just wheel hops it, looks like.
Flag.
Competition caution.
Competition caution here at lap 250.
I forgot to tell you all about that happened when I was in there.
The yellow flag is out for the competition caution. Your leader, Aaron Smith, going to go ahead and send it down pit road.
So he's going to take advantage of this caution here to get some new tires, keep Isaac Smallwood back 3 laps behind him here. So that's pretty smart strategy. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't. Oh, yeah, next lap around, you'll see a lot of these other guys coming on pit road as well to get fresh tires here. The way the NASCAR rules work, the lead lap cars pit first, and then the lap down cars actually pit second. Unfortunately for Aaron Smith, unfortunately for everybody else, he's the only one on the lead lap currently.
As you see the whole rest of the field coming down pit road now.
Question is, who's going to get off pit road first? Did Daniel Plant or David Smith get off first? Looks like we got Daniel Plant.
I am actually showing Isaac Smallwood is going to be sitting in second place, being that he is the only car 2 laps down. As we have now bunched up this field, we still have 13 cars on track. Still plenty of time for some possible issues to come about, but it looks like the 21 and the 31 are actually going to take a wave around here. Sorry. Never mind. They're starting on the inside. The old Winston Cup rules. It's going to be a double file restart. All the lead lap cars on the outside, lap down cars on the inside. And as you can tell, the 70 by himself on that high side starting spot.
Actually, just heard from race control, they're going to double this up and actually do black clears.
As pace car makes that left-hand turn. Green flag is back out here at Bristol Motor Speedway after the first caution of the night, the competition caution. Aaron Smith with a great restart, gonna jump out to about 10 car lengths over the 21 of Daniel Smith.
I'm not really sure why Isaac Smallwood started so far back in the field there when he's in second place. He might have had a speeding on pit road penalty.
That was
the 44 of Tommy Rhodes, blistering fast right now. Really looking to get up there and get one of his laps back.
So actually looks like your third place car, Daniel Smith, actually elected not to pit on that one there. Last time he pitted was lap 228. It's kind of shown in the performance currently.
But it's going to be interesting to see if that is a strategy to go with to potentially, as he's going to bring it down pit road now. Your leader, Aaron Smith, with a 2-lap lead. The 44 of Tommy Rhodes trying to run him down to get one of his 9 laps back. Ooh, 44 with a huge moment right there out of turn 4.
Aaron Smith still choosing to stay to the bottom side here. keep running that flawless. He's got to hit his marks every time.
The 312 of Joe McAddery sitting there inside the top 10. Really kind of just sitting up there silently. Hasn't really been involved in very many incidents that we've seen.
Looks like we got Daniel Smith doing a burnout on pit
he's
road.
doing donuts right now. I think this is his way of retiring from the race. It's actually some really good circles he's got going on there.
They're pretty perfect circles.
Looks like he's gonna put it back in the pit box and get some fresh tires on there after doing that burnout.
That's what this is all about. Everybody having fun, using the pits, doing it wasn't on the track. Why not? Burn a little rubber.
That's gonna move him back to 9th place, 9 laps down.
I feel like everyone except Isaac Smallwood's conceded at this point.
Isaac Smallwood making some moves. Oh, a little bit of contact as we go to him with the 29 of Roger Pierce.
At this point, Isaac just needs to get away from this traffic, hit his marks, stay smooth, and just hope that Aaron Smith actually has an issue. Actually, I don't think David Smith's sitting too bad of a position, too, if something would happen in 4 laps down. He could probably make up some pretty good time if they have to tow in.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'd say those 2 drivers are probably the ones that still have a shot at this. Like you said, David Smith has just been quiet out there, just running his race, too.
As he has a little bit of contact there with the wall. One thing I've noticed about Isaac Smallwood here, we can get a good look at the right rear of that car. I've seen both right side brake rotors glowing on that machine.
Yeah, the front one definitely is. I couldn't really see the back one, but the front one's definitely glowing pretty bright.
See if we can get a good view of it here. Get a quick glimpse of it right there. Maybe we can go to the right rear camera. Can't quite see inside the rim right there to see that rotor glowing. But that is pretty interesting though, that the rear brake rotors are glowing on that car. That must mean he has a load of rear brake in that car to help it rotate on corner entry.
Yeah, I think I couldn't really see it. I think TV1 is, when they come around, you can really see it down in the tire there.
Oh, Smallwood has a huge hit on the wall there.
Got it again in the corner as well, but good thing they have that healing on.
Josh Goodman's gonna hit pit road now.
There's a lot of sparks flying from Isaac Smallwood's car.
Absolutely, yeah. Must be showing that he has a right front broken, and he's just kind of waiting for that right front to heal. As you see, it is shoved up through the fender, just ever so slightly. Aaron Smith still out here in the lead by 2 laps over Isaac Smallwood. Just having a flawless race at this moment. And you notice the 70 machine right there, his rear brake rotor is not glowing on corner entry. Let's see if Daniel Plant Smith may be available for an interview to talk to us a little bit about the league. He is one of the admins here. See if we can get him in the booth. Hey there, Plant. You got a copy?
Yeah, what up?
Hey, man. Pulled you down here for a moment. Hope that's all right for a little bit of an interview here.
No, how you good, man?
Walk us through about this league and all it entails here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, I mean the main concept is just us having fun, enjoying, just create something interesting, unique that we all can be a part of, and you know, hopefully ride around, have a good time, and just make friends. I mean, I feel like we got a good group of guys here that you know how to show a good, I guess you know, show the good way of doing that. It's just fun. I just enjoy being a part of it. I love being around my friends, hanging out, meeting new people.
Absolutely, yeah, and lots of talent out there tonight, especially Aaron Smith out there in that 70 machine, man. Where'd y'all find this alien guy, man? He is just walking off and leaving the field here. Walk us through the talents that y'all have.
I mean, I give it to him. I mean, he's mad good. I was kind of, I mean, my strategy was to, you know, at least try to stay a lap or on the lead lap for, you know, at least until the comp caution at halfway. My strategy kind of got killed whenever I just bragged about me still having a 0x, and then someone ended up getting loose in front of me and causing a little pile up. But I mean, other than that, like the group of guys in here, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you got Aaron out there showing off. You got Isaac trying to, you know, pull up. Isaac's one of our good friends. He's mad good too. You got D Smith up there. I mean, it's just so many people to name. I mean, everybody in this group, I mean, they're good at one thing or another, or they're still learning, trying to, you know, get better. And I mean, that's you know, the plan or strategy. It's just get a good group of guys together, and hopefully we can learn from one another and we all improve together.
Absolutely, yeah. And looking back at the league here, when do y'all expect to start up your next season here in this league?
We're still currently, you know, working on it day by day, trying to figure out or fine tune it. We want to do something that works, something that people can, you know, have fun, enjoy, and have a good time, and something to be proud of and want to be a part of. Our main goal is just trying to get everybody together, create new friends, you know, create somewhere where people's gonna want to run and want to be a part of it and get better in the long run, hopefully. But I mean, a date, I'm not 100% sure. We're still talking about it, trying to figure that out. But for these one-off races, we're definitely trying to put them off maybe once a month, once every 2 months, or special occasions. But for sure, we're gonna start something up pretty soon.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you know what kind of cars y'all gonna be running in the next season?
To be honest, anything and everything's on the line. I mean, we was running open wheels, cup cars, LMP cars, or you know, like the IMSA cars, dirt. Yeah, I mean, we run everything. So like, it just depends on what people want to, you know, pretty much what they want to run, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, and definitely a little bit of taste for everybody out there. And looking forward to it. You said you put on a big race, looking to put one on about once a month, once every other month. Do y'all have any, not concrete plans yet, I would say, but anything maybe coming to fruition here in the next couple months?
I mean, there's definitely talks about it. I mean, we don't pull. Oh, I'm not gonna say that we don't pull the strings, but we're not gonna you know, confirm anything. But I mean, there definitely is always something in the works. It just comes down to who wants to do it, who all agrees on it, and if we can have fun and enjoy it.
Absolutely, yeah. And how do the people watching on the broadcast that are interested in running your one-off races or participating in the Invasion Racing League, how do they get a hold of y'all?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's quite simple. Pretty much all you can do is you can hit up the official BUDMAN on Twitter. He'll always show you the right path to take to get in touch with us, or if you have a Discord or however, I'll actually post a link into the comments and people can join that way. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are. I mean, one way or another, we all got to learn one way. And this is a good group of guys to learn to get better, and hopefully we all rise to the top eventually.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by here at the Full Send Broadcast Network and giving a little interview, telling us a little bit about the league. Now, before I let you go, talk about your race a little bit. What ultimately happened to you, and how was it going for you?
I mean, it was going good. I knew coming in here that everyone's gonna be fast. Once again, incredible talent. He's really quick, so definitely props to him. But yeah, the strategy for me was just to kind of ride around, save as much as I can, and then, you know, at least try to stay within the lap or on the lead lap for the most part. I wanted to wait till we got to about, you know, that competition caution, and then hopefully I was going to be on the lead lap if I was a lap down or however, and then start trying to chase it down and try to make him make moves off of me instead of me making moves off of him that I was doing for the first half. But as soon as I bragged that I had a 0x, had a couple of cars get into each other right in front of me, and there was just nowhere to go, and then it knocked me down a lap or two. So instead of riding around, I just figured I'd just watch and enjoy everybody else having a good time.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, and
Actually, I do have one question for Daniel.
Oh yeah.
And tell us a little bit about your mid-race smoke show you did there on pit road. That was pretty impressive.
Oh, you know, just celebrating to the guys and all that. I mean, they worked really hard for getting me a good car, you know, getting me set up, prepped, and pumped for this race. So, I mean, we might have not won that $100 for the first place, but I'm still treating them guys out with some nice champagne, so I had to celebrate for them because they did a good job.
And Justin, you have any questions for Daniel Plant Smith here?
Nah, Kevin got it for me right there. That was
Well, all right, man. We appreciate you stopping by the booth here, and have fun watching the rest of the race, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely appreciate for what y'all doing. Y'all doing a great job. Just keep it up. Thank y'all again.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
And that was Daniel Plant Smith, one of the admins here in the Invasion Racing League, putting on this race here tonight with the official BUDMAN out there running really good there towards the beginning of this race, trying to get to the competition caution, but it didn't quite work out for him there. As we go check in with your leader is still Aaron Smith, 2 laps ahead of Isaac Smallwood there in the 5 machine. Looking really fast out there for these 2 drivers. So is there anything, Kevin or Justin, that y'all are looking for here for the second half of the race with a little less than 200 laps left?
Again, I'm just kind of looking to see if Aaron Smith can keep his composure. I mean, that's so far so good, obviously, but yeah, there's still a lot of time left, and like we talked about earlier, the mental strain on that on this long of a race can be pretty grueling. So I'm kind of curious to see if he can hold it together the whole time. And again, going back to my pick, Isaac Smallwood staying right there, 2 laps down. He's just hitting his mark. So.
And as you say that, the 70 of Aaron Smith hits pit road and got it pretty sideways as he was trying to check up, and almost lost it, looked like. But that's going to cycle Isaac Smallwood possibly back to the lead lap here.
Yeah, I think Isaac Smallwood's got to stay out a little bit longer here and try to make up as much time on Aaron as he can.
He did just get on the wall a little bit too, so he's got to be really careful there. Just kind of hit his marks, don't overdrive it.
Absolutely, yeah. And let's go back to that interview right there that we just had with Plant, one of the admins of this league for Invasion Racing League. That was a really cool interview to have right there to be able to promote this league for these guys, as we see Isaac Smallwood really locking it down, getting sideways coming onto pit road.
Yeah, he was in a full-blown drift coming onto pit road there.
But it was really cool to get to talk to one of the admins and get insight on how the league works. And I just think it's pretty cool that they have a taste for just about an appetite for just about anyone out there, beginner, pro, anywhere in between that, and also with different disciplines of cars from open wheel to dirt to asphalt.
Yeah, definitely. I actually race with the Invasion Racing Series on a weekly basis. We're always hanging out and racing together, but great group of guys, like he was saying. I mean, they're all welcoming. The first time I went in there, it felt like I'd known those guys forever. Literally, they had, like we talked about, they have a taste for everything. I mean, they run Cup Series, ARCA Series, like you saying, the IMSA, LM2s, LMP2s. They were running Indy cars, pro late models, and dirt. So, I mean, they had something for everybody. And then even on Sundays, they did a Sunday Fun Day race where everybody just kind of come in and it was a random car, random track. So, not sure what the plans are for the future, but that's kind of what the previous seasons have been, and they were pretty fun. So, definitely a good group of guys. Ooh, actually got Isaac Smallwood got in the back of who is that there?
312.
Oh,
Roger
McCaddery.
Yeah, Joe McCaddery.
Not sure if the number's correct.
Let's give him a little tap, letting him know he's there, send him up by.
Hey, I got fresh tires.
Joe McCaddery with a huge moment going down the straightaway there.
It's like Ty Watkins is going to hit pit road in that 13 machine.
It's always kind of an unspoken rule of short track racing. If when you're behind somebody, they tap you once, say, hey, I'm there. Tap you twice, say, hey, I'm coming through. And the third tap, you don't want that one. That means you're moved.
Absolutely.
So that's always kind of an unspoken rule of short track racing, and that always holds true here.
As we have a little bit of contact here between the 44 and the 96 right in front of your leader. Oh, the 44, huge hit to the inside wall. Do you see that healing damage take effect pretty quick? That left front tire was completely snapped off that 44 machine. As we have 175 laps remaining in this race. Isaac Smallwood is 2 laps behind your leader right here, the 70 of Aaron Smith. Putting on an absolute clinic out there tonight, lapping the entire field.
It's got a little hairy there. Oh, Tyler Spencer into the wall. Tommy Rhodes just missed him.
Yeah, he's got everybody except Isaac Smallwood 10 laps down or more.
Your leader, Aaron Smith, coming up on the back of Joe McCaddery and the 12 of Josh Goodman.
I think we got Tommy Rhodes coming up pit road.
Let's take a look at the last pit stop that these drivers have made. Aaron Smith pitted on last lap 315. Smallwood pitted on 316. Goodman 291, McCaddery 282. Rhodes is on pit road right now at lap 318. for him, as he is several laps down. Kyle Watkins 312, Jesse Scott 293. Right now, I believe it's going to be a tight battle here, the tightest on the track at least, between Smallwood and Smith there for the win.
Right now, Isaac Smallwood looks like he's turning faster laps than Aaron Smith. Kind of interesting to see what he'll be able to gain on him here.
Yeah, as Smallwood has turned, as you see right there, as it's lighting up green on the bottom of the screen for you. If it's green, Smallwood is running a faster lap time. If it lights up like a red color, that means Smallwood ran a slower lap. You see right there, lap 331, Smallwood was actually a little over a tenth slower than Smith. Lap 332, almost dead even. And something else we haven't talked about very much is the two grooves on this track. As you see, the leader, Aaron Smith, has hardly left the low line tonight at all. Really sticking down there to that apron. And it's worked for him all race long. And let's go check and see what kind of line Smallwood is running.
I'm going to watch Smallwood the last couple of laps. He's actually been right up against the wall. Matter of fact, a couple times getting into the wall. He's really beating the right side of that car down.
For those of you stopping by tonight and tuning into the Full Send Broadcast Network, we greatly appreciate it. Been a dominating performance here out of the 70 machine, lapping the entire field. But it hasn't been without its action, that's for sure. Lots of incidents going around. As we go take a look, let's pull up off tracks. This isn't going to be the max incident points, but this is how many times a driver has left the racing surface. And it looks like it's not going to register for us, given that the racing surface is so small here.
Ooh, got Isaac Smallwood into the wall again. He followed Tyler Spencer into it. Tyler's going to duck out of the way and let him go by. And actually, Tyler's going to come to pit road.
Since the beginning of this race, since the green flag dropped, we are looking at the best lap time that each of these drivers have laid down. Sitting back in 19th, Derek Holachek in that 89 machine, who's out of the race, ran the fastest lap of the race with a 16.026. That's a blistering pace around here for race pace. You see the leader coming up on the lap car of Roger Pierce. Roger Pierce is going to run that low line, force the 70 of Aaron Smith to the high side. Aaron Smith is going to be able to get around him easily there. Take a look at the lap times last time by. Looks like the top 7 are in the 17-second bracket, with the exception of Jesse Scott with an 18-second lap.
Commend Joe McAddery. Actually, I was reading somewhere earlier on Discord that he ran a 125 lap race earlier today as well. So this is a lot of miles turned for him today. So glad to see him still out there just digging in.
Absolutely, yeah. And if I'm correct, he ran it at Indianapolis, I believe, which is a very mentally demanding track. That's that 312 machine right there of Joe McAddery. And his throwback brand 312 machine right there.
There's some contact there.
Smallwood looks like he's had some contact with the wall. Oh, he's really loose out of turn 4. Epic save by that 5 machine right there. As he's loose again, could he possibly have a blown tire?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah, he's really been getting that outside wall and using that car up, so I'm most likely that's what happened. Not only is he running the Kyle Larson paint scheme, he's trying to run the Kyle Larson line.
This race has just been so perfect for Aaron Smith. I'm just waiting on something to happen. Like, I just feel like something bad is going to happen.
Absolutely. The broadcaster's curse has not struck him at all, as we have watched him the majority of the race, putting on a dominating performance here.
It's like we had a small incident on Roger Pierce there too, getting into 1 and 2.
Looks like he's going to pull it down pit road there. Roger Pierce not having the night he hoped for, 16 laps down in 9th place.
See if we can pull Roger Pierce in here and talk to him for a second.
Hey there, Roger Pierce. You got a copy?
Sure do.
Hey, man, walk us through how that race is going for you tonight.
Oh, I messed up. I got my offset messed up differently, so it runs good for about 30 laps, and then it dies off.
What how does the track feel for you out there, them laps that your car is running fairly decent for you?
Oh, I love the bottom. It'll stick the bottom really well. When the tires go, it just wants to drift so bad up, and it's just extremely tight. So I know for myself, I mess with my bias while I'm racing, trying to get the perfect line for it. But it's a fun car. It's a little bit of a challenge, but about 30-40 laps for me is tires. I know earlier I tried doing 80 or 90 lap run, and it just was too slow. So
yeah, and you look like you were having a decent night so far for about the first 150 laps. How does the car feel now compared to it did at the beginning of this race?
really good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. When we had that competition caution at 250, started probably around 7th place, ended up getting to the 3rd position, even though it wasn't in 3rd, but running that low line and just making it stick. But with the offset I have set and everything like that, it's just not right for the car. So
all right, well, I'll see if Kevin or Justin have any questions for you.
I was just wanting to know if you were surprised at how well the leader there, Aaron Smith, was running and holding that bottom for as long as he was.
I want to know what he's got under that thing, man. I don't understand. I've looked, I followed, and he just doesn't buckle. Like, it's stuck to the bottom. So, I don't know. It's surprising because it seems like the longer the runs, the high line's the way to go, but he's making the low line work for that long. So
now I did notice towards the end of your last run there, your rear brake rotor on the right side was starting to glow. Were you starting to move your brake bias further and further back, possibly trying to get better corner entry?
yes.
What's
100%.
what's that do to the car, Roger? When you do that, does it make the back end turn more? What's it make it do to the car when you push
So
it back?
it just makes the back end turn more. The higher it goes, the more pressure, just swing out the car. Works for me. I like loose cars. This is an extremely tight setup, so it's a lot of play with the brake bias to try to get the car where you want it to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm actually about three laps away from 350 into this event here. And another question I have is what's the mental thought process? I mean, is it draining on you? What's that like?
Oh man, I gotta drive like 700 miles tomorrow, so this might not have been a good idea because it's a lot. I turned my force feedback down on my wheel a couple times. Just trying to hit your marks and remember where your marks are. It's a lot. I don't round and round.
It's almost like you get dizzy. I ran 80 laps here earlier today, and it's like I was getting dizzy at the end of the stint. So I'll definitely commend you for sticking this one out.
It's honest. So for me, I look at the A post, right? Most of the time, if I look at the A post every once in a while, it breaks the circle. So
How many times have you forgot what turn you were in?
So funny you say that. The last time I pitted, not this last time, the time before, I went into the wrong pits because I forgot where I was at. It was the first time the whole race that I went into the wrong pits.
That's pretty good.
So that's a lot, man. Sometimes I just don't even realize where you're at. You're just driving the line, trying to get out of people's way and run the same race, and it's a lot of fun. These guys are a lot of fun. I've never raced with most of these guys before, so to see different talent and how everybody runs and the lines they do, and it's very different, and it's a great experience.
All right. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Roger Pierce, and we'll talk to you another time.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
Me too.
And that's Roger Pierce, currently running in the 9th spot in that 29 machine, 18 laps down. Not having the night he intended to have, but he's out there still grinding it out. And never say never. Things can happen up front here. We go check back in with your leader, Aaron Smith, in that 70 machine. Out there by himself in the corner of the track. Lots of clean windshield in front and clean rear windshield. As he just put Isaac Smallwood another lap down. That's putting Smallwood 3 laps down. Probably going to go 4 here before he gets out of his pit box. Jack drops on that 5 machine. He's going to grab a gear, possibly go another lap down. As we see, he's at the exit of pit road.
Actually, looks like we got Aaron Smith coming on the pit road right now for his pit stop.
He's going to drift it onto pit road there. Looks to be a staple in that 70 machine's pit road entry, bringing it in sideways every time he comes down that pit road entrance.
Yeah, I don't think there is a pit road speed limit here tonight.
Yeah, these are the old Winston rules where you could speed on pit road. So if you do get a black flag, they are clearing them.
As we have 125 laps left tonight here in the Bring Winston Back 500. Looks like Roger Pierce.
Broadcaster's curse got him.
Go back and see what happened to the 29 machine right here.
My bad, Isaac.
On chat, it looks like he got into it with Isaac Smallwood a little bit.
Oh yeah, he just came up and Smallwood had such a huge run right there. Smallwood goes around, drifting it, almost takes it into the water barrier there.
Oh, control it.
Oh,
no.
gonna
He's
lose
all the way
it.
around.
loses it as he tries to gather it back
Oh,
up.
Loop it. Come on.
Aaron Smith goes by, puts another lap down.
It's a really bad spot to be in right there. It's so hard to turn those cars around.
Absolutely.
Especially when those cars are coming off the corner 2 and 3 wide too. That like they were there for a second. You can definitely get caught up in something really quick.
Aaron Smith out here having a flawless run so far. Goes around the 96, putting the 96 another lap down. You're watching the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, brought to you by the Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN here on Full Send Broadcast Network. We appreciate you tuning in here, and we're going to crank it up for a few laps here.
Clear my black.
We are back now here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN here from Bristol Motor Speedway, as we are approaching 106 laps to go, roughly. Sorry, my math is off. 108 laps to go here tonight out of a scheduled 500 circles around this half-mile Coliseum in Bristol, Tennessee. Your leader, Aaron Smith, opening up to a 3-lap lead over Isaac Smallwood. Really putting on an absolute clinic out there tonight. We've had different pit strategies out there. Some that have paid off, some that haven't. But the one that has really paid off for anybody is for Aaron Smith and that 70 machine. Staying on his own pit strategy, running it till, I believe, full fuel runs. And just having raw speed out of that yellow machine right there.
Yeah, I'm just really impressed by how flawless he's been. I mean, he has not bobbled. He has not getting through lab traffic, he's been picking them off really easily. I'm just super impressed with his complete run so far.
Absolutely. Yeah, looking like an alien out there compared to everybody else. I believe his I rating is over 5,000. Just an absolute clinic out there. Definitely eyeing his way towards that $100 bill here.
You know, we talk about Bristol and how it's, you know, like kind of the last great Coliseum. What do y'all think about when they put the roof over this place?
Oh, that would be an interesting sight if they ever did it.
I'll be honest, that's the first time I've heard anything about that. Are they talking about doing that?
Pretty sure it was in talks, but I'm not if it's in fruition yet or not. But I think it'd be a great idea.
I think the only one downside that you'd have on that is going to be the actual noise. Because right now, sitting in that Coliseum, you're sitting in a bowl, and it is extremely, extremely loud when all the cars are on the track at one time. So the only one thing I can see maybe with having a roof on it that might be a little bit of a downside. But definitely be able to run year-round at this place would be absolutely amazing.
Absolutely, yeah, especially for when they do the Bristol Dirt Race. Being able to cover it up if it starts to rain, kind of like on a baseball or football stadium where they can open it and close it.
Yeah, maybe like a retractable roof.
Yeah, that would be very interesting concept. Because like for the Bristol Dirt Race that they had this past year in 2021, where it rained several days before, and the track was just so muddy that they couldn't run it hardly.
Drivers couldn't even see out their windshield. I don't even know how they ran that race. That was amazing.
That was pretty impressive, actually, coming off the track. I mean, literally the windshields are coated in mud. You cannot see out of them whatsoever. They're almost running the trucks outside the side windows, kind of looking at their lines and where the wall's at and stuff.
Well, let's take you through a rundown of the field as we are less than 100 laps to go here tonight. Your leader, Aaron Smith, with a dominating 3-lap lead over Isaac Smallwood here in second place. In third, we got Jesse Scott in that 96 machine. Fourth, Joe McAddery in that 312. Kyle Watkins in fifth.
Got Tommy Rhodes in that 44 there in sixth. Josh Goodman sitting in seventh place there in the number 12. Tyler Spencer in ninth. Roger Pierce sitting eighth right now in that number 29. And David Smith is in your top 10.
Number 11 is Daniel Smith in the 21 car. 12th place is Nicholas Don Francisco in the 5 car. Devin Byrne, who is our in-car reporter right now with us, is finishing the 13th position. 14th is Michael Carter. 15th, Keith Taylor. Number 16th, Eric Kay. And round out your top 17 is Derek Holocock. Check. Sorry.
And that's your full field rundown here of the Bring Winston Back 500, brought to you by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. As we have 91 laps remaining in tonight's race, Aaron Smith setting it on cruise control out there, really looking to sew up this race for a $100 bill.
Yeah, Josh Goodman there in that number 12 is up 10 spots in 6. He's having a great run tonight. Let's see if we can bring him in here.
Hey there, Josh Goodman. You got a copy?
Howdy, I copy you.
Hey, man. Appreciate stopping by the booth here. Hope we're not interrupting anything. But
No, not at all.
Walk us through how that race is going for you, man. Sitting there in the 5th spot. You're up
That's
11
right.
positions from the start of this race. How's that race going for you?
Well, you see, my secret is when you go into the race expecting nothing, then it should go good, right? So, I'm just here for a good time, trying to meet some cool guys, and I think we're doing okay right now.
All right. Well, sharp-looking 12 machine you got there with the black, red, and blue paint on there. Did you have that paint specially made, or did you get it off Trading Paints there?
Oh, no, I got her off Trading Pants there. I thought it looked pretty snazzy for the occasion. Can I ask you what my sponsor is on the hood there?
Looks like it says...
Healing Meyer.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ailing Myers.
Haley and Myers, man, these guys have been with me since day one. I really appreciate them. They've, they saw me as a young scout when I was 7, and they picked me up and they forced me to drive. And, we're just really glad to represent them here at this amazing Bristol race.
All right. Sorry, I was laughing a little bit there.
No, that's okay.
Well, do you see yourself maybe making it back from 15 laps down and taking home this $100 bill?
Absolutely not. But I tell you what, I am gonna have a good time. These guys are fast.
Yeah, that 70 right there of Aaron Smith really looking blistering fast.
Oh,
Oh,
big wreck behind you.
Actually,
boy.
you know what? He's not looking too fast anymore. It happens, those walls, they come out of nowhere. 100 miles an hour. Whew. You gotta be on your toes.
ooh. I got to say, this is the most off-the-wall interview I've done in my broadcasting career.
Oh, I've been banging off the wall a couple times.
But anyway, back to our leader, Aaron Smith. Is he an alien? Is he even from this planet? With how fast he's been out there tonight?
Last time he flew by me, I heard a couple beep, 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 beeps. And I was like, what in the hell? I thought it was something like his transponder, I don't know. He's quick.
Well, all right, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by the booth tonight. We'll let you get back to it, and good luck for the rest of this race.
Alrighty, thanks for having me, fellas. Have a good evening.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. And that was your 5th place runner.
Oh, when he hits the wall head on and loses a tire into the pit road.
Oh my gosh.
It was a violent wreck right as he gets out. Looks like the broadcaster curse got him as well.
That was the best interview ever, though.
That was, was not expecting that when we brought him in. Let's go back and take a look at that incident that he just had.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to meet these drivers and see the different personalities each one of them have and that they bring. It's quite comical from time to time.
Absolutely. It's hard to normally throw me off. It looked like he was trying to hit pit road. Well, I mean, I guess he succeeded at it. He actually hit pit road. Wasn't able to make it down onto pit lane successfully.
He hit pit road. He didn't make it down.
Pretty sure he pushed the motor back to the firewall through the firewall on that one.
He has fallen back to 7th after that pit road service right there, I guess we can call it.
Got a good little battle of 4 cars here going around each other. Got Tommy Rhodes, Jesse Scott, Joe McGattery, and Ty Watkins all battling.
There's that accordion effect that we spoke about earlier in the race, where cars won't be near each other at all, and all of a sudden, bam, you got 4, 5, 6 cars all under a blanket.
Oh boy, Aaron Smith got a little loose there, coming off the corner, trying to get put Isaac Small with another lap down. Oh, Aaron Smith is in a slide right now.
Ooh. Could we
Might see
be
him hit pit road soon.
Yeah,
Good.
he's losing the handling on that car.
could we be seeing a chink in the 70s armor here?
I think the last thing he wants to do is stay out and blow up a tire.
And as we
And
see
that'll
right
probably allow Smallwood to get him.
As we see right there, Josh Goodman closing in on the 70. The 12 does have fresher tires. Yeah, that 70 is all over the place right now. Let's go do a ride along on the visor cam with the 70 of Aaron Smith. See how much he's actually fighting that wheel.
Yeah, it looks like Aaron pitted on lap 375. And Isaac Small's on the outside wall outside of him. Isaac just needs to keep pressuring him there. Keep him pushed down. Get him loose. Looks like Aaron Smith's going to get by him. Oh, actually, I lied.
Huge movement on the steering wheel here out of the 70. Really fighting that car on corner exit. Cannot get to the throttle at all. This is exactly what Isaac Smallwood wants right now.
The 14 of Jesse Scott there hitting pit road for what looks like his final pit stop of the day.
Isaac Smallwood not going another lap down lately here.
Haven't talked much about Jesse Scott there. He's in 4th place, having a solid run. Ty Watkins up 6 places in 5th now, up to 4th, 7 places.
Right now, the 70 does not have the forward drive, the drive out of the corner to be able to get by the 5 of Smallwood. Huge moment right there. Huge moment. Able to save it. That man is an alien, absolutely able to pull that save off.
Oh boy.
Roger Pierce, oh wow.
Roger Pierce got in the back of him there. Oh, he's going to get him loose.
70 in the wall.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's time to hit pit road
He is
here, or you
fighting
might
that
lose
car.
this Benji.
You see
they just
the
heard him
hands
from the
inside
radio,
that
so-
windshield really going side to side.
I think I just heard him say over the radio he's got a tire going down.
One spin out, and this is a whole new race.
He's coming to pit road right now.
I was going to lose it. He
Oh,
lost it.
there it
He's
is.
spun out on pit road. What can Isaac
A lot
do
of
here?
time.
Isaac's got to hit his marks.
Isaac needs to stay out a few extra laps now. He
This-
doesn't know that happened, but he can take full advantage of it.
This has become a whole new race, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really hyped for this last 60 laps, I should say, of this race.
And if we see a yellow and Isaac can somehow get onto the lead lap,
Aaron Smith.
Like it's a little longer time on pit road there.
You see the 70 coming back out onto the track. Smallwood is only 1 lap down now. The question is, will Smallwood be able to make any more gains? Because they will have, the 70 will have to pit again, I believe, to make it to the end.
I think, the 70 should be fine to the end. He just ran about 78 laps on that run.
But the real question is, though, is does he want to run that long? As that car does not look happy at all still. All over the track still repeatedly. Now, he is going to be a lot faster than Smallwood right here. Smallwood gets into the wall pretty hard. The one thing that Aaron Smith does not want to do, he does not want to... He does not want to really overdrive it and wear out his equipment.
Yeah, I think Isaac Smallwood's really going to need one more mistake there out of Aaron Smith. Smallwood hit pit road for his final pit stop.
Yeah, those lap time differences are over a second difference, so definitely a smart idea for him to come to pit road.
Oh, as the 31 loses it right in front of your leader. That's the 31 of Tyler Spencer.
I guess showing off.
It's probably the second incident there that Aaron has gotten through, the other one being a little bit more dramatic.
We
Yeah,
see
he's
it.
definitely picked his way through lap traffic today extremely well. I mean, he's been very calculated in his moves, so.
Absolutely, but it looks like his life is getting a little bit more difficult here.
Yeah, I think he's going to have some drivers with some fresher tires applying a little bit of pressure here to him.
Smallwood gained back on a little bit of time there, too.
We ride along on the front bumper of Isaac Smallwood, looking at your leader, Aaron Smith. We're coming across the line with 50 laps to go here tonight, presented by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN.
I think these two drivers are just going to settle in here, at least especially Aaron Smith. He just wants to settle in and just finish this race out. We know Isaac Smallwood wants to catch him and maybe cause a little bit of drama for the end of the race here.
Absolutely. Smallwood is the only driver that's within striking distance. 4 laps down. Third place, Tommy Rhodes in that 44 is 14 laps down. We still have 9
Smallwood.
cars on the track, though.
Smallwood also has 3 laps newer tires than Smith. So we'll see if he can use that to his advantage.
And really, Smith has maintained having the freshest tires pretty much the majority of the whole race.
Taking away. You're awesome, Wes.
We see Smallwood going to the high side. Gonna unlap himself to be 3 laps down now instead of 4. He has a lot of rear brake bias in that 5 machine. As you've seen that rear brake rotor glowing red hot.
Yeah, I think Aaron Smith just made the call there, so let him get by. No sense in fighting him. He's only going to be 3 laps down versus 4, so it's really not that big of a deal for him. He just needs to stay behind him and hit his marks.
One thing that the 70 does not want to see in Aaron Smith, he does not want to see either a caution come out, and he does not want to see a blocked racetrack in front of him from a lap car incident.
Yeah, I think the latter of that is probably going to be the only major thing that could change the outcome of the race at this point. If it's spread out as much as it is, it looks like Aaron Smith will walk away with this.
I would definitely say rightfully so. He's definitely been flawless all day, so he's had a couple of bobbles here as of late, but I think he's ran this race pretty smart, and he definitely deserves a win if he can pull it off.
Absolutely.
Still a lot of credit to, there's 9 drivers right now that have completed at least 437 laps, so a lot of credit to those drivers for sticking it out, staying out here, and giving it all they got.
Absolutely.
I think with the driver mentality too, you get into this race this many laps, you're like, I'm finishing it out. I'm not getting out right now. So that's the driver in a lot of these guys.
Yeah, it's one thing to not win, but it's another to be a quitter, and I think there's a lot of people here that pride themselves on not quitting and putting in every lap they can.
Unless you're me.
Well, we didn't want to say anything, Devin, but
If this was a dirt race, I'd be here for 500 laps. I don't think it's ever been a 500 lap dirt race, but if there was and there was possible, I could do it.
You gotta set it up, man.
I don't think you can. There's no added fuel.
yeah, fuel-wise, you can't.
You can't add fuel to late models or like any dirt cars like in a race.
Just learn something new.
Who said it had to be a dirt car? Maybe throw some Delara IRO1 open wheel cars on dirt.
Dirt Bristol. LMPs, let's go.
There you go. LMPs. That'd be awesome.
That actually might be fun.
And for those of you tuning in tonight, be sure to subscribe to the channel here at Full Send Broadcast Network. We show races every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday night, and we also throw in some one-off races in between there. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we go live, and tune into some great racing here as we are getting close to finishing out this race.
Oh, looks like Tommy Rhodes there got a little loose getting on the pit road in front of your leader. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you, Jacob and Justin, for letting me kind of tag along here today and do this. This is my first time ever broadcasting something like this, and it's been pretty fun. So I appreciate you guys letting me join in with you.
Absolutely. We appreciate you coming aboard with us, and looking forward to working with you more often.
Yeah, definitely. I'm down for that for sure.
We see Isaac Smallwood here in the 5 machine trying to step away from that 70, and he has done it quite a bit. You see right there, Smallwood is coming out of 4, and the 70 is just now coming out of 4 there. He's got about a straightaway, or I should say a corner, on Aaron Smith. So if Aaron Smith should have an issue, he's going to be there to try to capitalize.
Ooh, it looks like we kind of got Roger Pierce blocking that inside line, making it hard for Aaron Smith to get by.
Aaron Smith gets in the wall a little bit.
It's Tommy Jones was outside. Tommy Rhodes, I apologize. Looks like Josh Goodman's coming off pit road for his final pit stop of the day.
I wonder how hard Josh is going to run the leader right here.
As we're approaching 25 laps to go tonight here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, brought to you by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. I want to thank them for putting this race on here tonight, and BUDMAN for putting up $100 of his money to go to the race winner. Really been a fantastic race to be a part of, to call and bring to the fans here, and we appreciate each and every one of you that stopped by and tune in here to Full Send Broadcast Network. Be sure to subscribe, and that way you don't miss out on any future racing that we have here on the channel. We are an iRacing exclusive channel, bringing nothing but league races and one-off races here. And we are so humbled to have the clients that we have that we're able to bring to you on a weekly basis. As we are now within 20 laps to go here tonight, as they are working on lap 480 of 500.
Then Aaron Smith approaching Isaac Smallwood again to try to put him another lap down here.
Thing I'm watching is Ty Watkins behind him. He's actually a lot faster than Aaron Smith right now, and when they catch up with Isaac Smallwood, I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen.
Ooh, Aaron
Ty's
Smith
really
with a
fast
big
there.
moment.
Again, I think that's another strategic move by Aaron Smith there, letting him go by. He knows he's faster, and he knows all he needs to do is get to the end here. So
Yeah, Ty's got about 14 lap fresher tires there as Isaac single Smallwood, I mean, gets in the wall a little bit.
gets into it again.
Smith will put him another lap down there. It's complete domination out of the 70. I mean, I don't think I've seen a race dominated like this in my whole existence. I think he is an alien.
Yeah, with that over 5,000 I rating that he has, absolutely. He's pretty much guaranteed top split in all official races, and really just top of the class out here tonight, lapping the entire field and lapping second place 4 laps.
I'm not sure if he is in Discord.
Fortunately, I don't believe he is. I've been trying to find him, and I don't think he's in any of them.
Yes, I'm not sure if we're going to get an interview after the race. I'll have to see if he joins, though. I'll keep my eyes out for that.
We have 12 laps to go here tonight.
Looks like we still got 9 cars out on the track still, which is actually pretty impressive.
Absolutely. As Aaron Smith comes across the line, flagman holding up 10 fingers, signaling 10 laps remaining here tonight. He is coming up to 9 more laps away from a $100 win here at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash. Brought to you by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN. Yeah, the absolute dominance out of Aaron Smith here is just something that I have never seen here on the service before. Just going out and putting on an absolute clinic like he has done. I'll be interested to see how many laps he actually led in this race. It's got to be upwards of over 400 laps, I would have to say. And
yeah, I think he's pretty much led all of them.
Yeah, he's probably led every lap, but maybe 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure.
it's somewhere off in there, yeah. And it's just really going to be interesting to see the stats of this race. The average lap time is going to be really, really low here considering there's only been one caution in tonight's race.
Yeah, this is probably the quickest 500 lap race I've ever been a part of or ever witnessed. I think I've said this is the biggest dominating performance I've ever seen as well, so we're just making history all out right here tonight.
Absolutely.
Ooh, he gets a little bobble there. Coming 2 to go.
Let's give it all.
Just goes to show how much he's not giving up.
Comes around out of turn 4. Flagman has 2 flags in the air. Next time by will be the white flag here.
Thank you.
Out of turn 4, white flag is out. Aaron Smith with 1 lap to go here for the $100 win. One more time through turns 3 and 4 for that 70 machine. Comes out of 4, sees the checkered flag waving. Aaron Smith is your winner tonight in the Bring Winston Back 500, brought to you by Invasion Racing League.
Good win, Aaron. You're a master.
As the fireworks go off,
Somehow I'm still here in the driver chat. I don't know how, but they just called Aaron a master.
Yes, they did. It's definitely true. He mastered that whole race, 500 laps without any flaws.
$100 for everyone who lasted this long, right?
as we see a little bit of joking going on. You see that brake rotor is still glowing on that 70 machine. Even though the race is over, he is going to burn it down right here for everyone watching.
I somehow went one.
Aaron Smith with a dominating performance.
Tires easy.
Absolute clinic. He is your race winner out here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway. Here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash. That car is very, very dirty looking. And would you look at that? First contact with the wall all race, and it is after the checkered flag flies while celebrating. Let's take you through the official finishing order here tonight. Brought to you by the official BUDMAN and Invasion Racing League. Your race winner, Aaron Smith, by 4 laps, bringing that 70 home for the checkered flag and the $100 bill. In second was Isaac Smallwood in that 9 machine. Third was Jesse Scott. Fourth, Tommy Rhodes and Ty Watkins rounding out the top 5.
In 6th. Go ahead, sorry.
Joe McCaddery 6th, Josh Goodman 7th, Tyler Spencer 8th, Roger Pierce bringing it home 9th, David Smith in 10th.
Got Daniel Smith in 11th, Nicholas Don Francesco in 12th, Devin Bird 13th, Michael Carter 14th, Keith Taylor 15th, Eric K is in 16th, and rounding out your top 17 of Derek Holochek.
And that's your official finishing order here, brought to you by the official BUDMAN and Invasion Racing League here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash. Now let's see who all is here in the Discord.
I think we can interview our 2nd place and 1st place drivers here.
Let's get those 2 moved in there to the waiting room. And Jesse Scott was our 3rd place finisher. Let's see if we can find him in here. If one of y'all will jump up there and see if y'all can find him. We're trying to get Jesse Scott into the waiting room for an interview here. Fantastic race out there tonight.
Fortune doesn't look like Jesse's with us still.
I don't see him in Discord, actually.
We're waiting to see an update here from the admins, seeing if maybe... It does not look like we're going to be able to get Jesse Scott on the broadcast for his interview. So we will bring in our second place finisher here, Isaac Smallwood. Hey there, Isaac Smallwood. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, man, congrats on the runner-up finish out there. You were giving it everything you had, looked like, trying to get Aaron Smith, trying to get some of them laps back there. Walk us through how that race went for you.
Well, the beginning of it, it didn't go my way. I think I wrecked like 2 or 3 laps into it, and then I finally started getting some momentum going, and then my wheel came unplugged, running third, like 1 lap down. I was sitting in a good spot to be on the lead lap after lap 250, and then I finally got his number, like the last 60 laps. I found out the line he was running, and then I was able to pull away, and he finally caught me. At that point, I was like, there ain't no chance I was gonna get 4 laps, so I just took her easy after that.
Absolutely, yeah, and so your wheel had come unplugged, you said?
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of dogs running through here about lap, I don't know, 150 or so, and they unplugged my wheel, and I was sitting there for 2 laps on the infield.
Oh wow, yeah. And, so Aaron Smith, he looked like an alien out there, man. Did you have anything for him speed wise?
Well, like I just said, the last 60 laps or so, when I got behind him, I finally figured out the line he was running, and I was able to do it, and that's how I got around him and pulled away.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up to Justin real quick for some questions.
Just, a little bit short there, second place finish. Just talk about how, 496 laps here. How tiring did that make you? How physical was that? And, are you ready to go do it again if it happens?
Well, let's just say this will be the first time I ever do it and the last time I ever do 500 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway. Let's just put it that way. My left shin is definitely going to be feeling it. That is for sure.
Yeah, Isaac, actually, the pre-race pick here was actually, I picked you for the pre-race win. Kind of came up a couple spots short, but it was definitely a great run by you. Obviously, Aaron Smith was flawless, but do you think you could have done anything different in the race besides the wheel coming undone, obviously, that, you could have actually been up there with him right at the end?
Now that I think about it, I should have qualified, but to go from like 17th to 2nd, I can't complain about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, up 13 spots there we're seeing. Bringing it home in the runner-up spot. You have any shout-outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out BUDMAN. I mean, he's the one keeping me in this thing. So I'll have some bad days on iRacing, and he'll be like, just keep pushing. Same as Plant. I mean, they keep me going.
All right. Well, once again, congrats on the runner-up finish after running 500 grueling laps here at the last Great Coliseum. Hopefully next time we get to broadcast one of these races, we'll get to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Have a good night. And that was Isaac Smallwood, your runner-up finisher here tonight, giving it everything he had and just coming up ever so slightly short of bringing home that checkered flag and a $100 bill. Let's get our race winner in here for a post-race interview. Hey there, Aaron Smith. You got a copy?
Yeah, I've got you.
Hey, man, I called it during the broadcast. You look like an alien out there, man. Walk us through how that race went for you.
Well, I was thinking it'd go pretty well from the start, but I certainly didn't expect it to go that well. We just saved tires there from the beginning and had such a huge advantage after the first pit stop that it wasn't really surmountable. So fortunately, after that halfway break, we were able to open the gap up again and bring it home.
Yeah, and we might have heard over the radio that you had a tire going down there towards the end of the race. Were you worried at all right there, and as you spun it coming onto pit road?
Not really. Isaac and I were just throwing some punches there before that last pit stop. It was fun racing him there while it lasted, but yeah, spun it into pit road as you said, and didn't get a speeding penalty, so that was nice. It definitely would have thrown a wrench into things, but fortunately that didn't happen, and we were able to get everything done.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Justin for a couple of questions, and after him, I'm going to turn it over to Kevin.
I'm going to ask the same question. I mean, 500 laps, how physical was that for you, and can you see yourself doing that again? And as well, a great performance, man, dominating.
Well, thank you. I'd be down to do it again anytime, any day of the week. I enjoyed it. It was I learned a lot about the car. I haven't really driven this car here very often before, but hopefully we'll be able to catch some more events here.
Yeah, Aaron, definitely. From the looks of it, I obviously had the most laps led throughout this race. Was there ever a point in the race where you thought, "Oh no, I was gonna possibly lose it"?
The first run was definitely full of ifs. I didn't know if I was on the right strategy or what, because I knew after the first stop that I wanted to cut it make it 8 stops there to the end. But after that point, it was all smooth sailing.
Well, definitely one of the best dominating performances I've ever seen, that's for sure. And anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the folks at Invasion Racing for putting this show on, y'all for broadcasting, and everyone for watching. Looking forward to whatever comes next.
All right, well, we appreciate you stopping by, and once again, congrats on the bringing home the checkered flag and the $100 bill here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash. Hopefully, if we get the chance and opportunity to broadcast another one of these races for Invasion Racing League and BUDMAN there, maybe we'll get to talk to you again.
All right, sounds good.
All right, you have a good night and Happy New Year.
All right, y'all too.
Thank you.
I think we got Jesse Scott in here now.
We do have Jesse Scott in here. Let's get him in here for that third place interview.
He said he couldn't hear anything, but let's see if he can now. Oh, he's typing. All right, I think he's good to go.
Hey there, Jesse Scott. You got a copy? Jesse Scott, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
There you are. Hey, man, we're doing you last here. Congrats on the third place finish there. How'd that race go for you?
Man, that was awful. I've never raced that track with the legend cars, and this is the first race I've ever done over like 50 laps, just like the general races.
Yeah, definitely kind of held up there in the top 5 most of the night. Did you have any moments where you thought, man, I could win this thing?
No, pretty much 70 had it locked down. Third place was a win for me.
Right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Justin for a question, then over to Kevin.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
I'm just asking everyone the same question, really. I mean, you completed 484 laps tonight. How physical was that for you, and can you see yourself doing one of these races again?
Oh, I'd love to do one again. It was rough. My setup happens to be in the warmest spot in our house, so by the time it was over, I was stiff and sweating.
Yeah, Jesse, it was definitely a great run by you, man. I noticed throughout the race you were just kind of quiet, just kind of stayed back, kind of stayed up on the outside of the wall, just kind of ran your race. What are some things you could have done possibly throughout the race to make you, maybe get second place or even first?
Well, I think I was running fourth about 5 to 10 laps in and put it in the wall, and ended up going a couple laps down there to use the restroom during the caution flag, and I went in fifth and came out ninth. I think maybe I was in there too long and lost another 2 laps, but I mean, even when the 70 was on old tires, I could barely get around. He was incredible.
Well, once again, man, congrats on bringing it home third. Do you have any shout-outs or sponsor plugs you want to get out there?
Yeah, I would like to thank Travis Barnett at Throwback Brand and Joe Macadori. That is, he's my throwback teammate. And for my family for letting me do it for 3.5 hours.
Well, all right, man. Well, hopefully we'll get to talk to you again if we get the opportunity to broadcast another one of these races. And you have yourself a good night and a Happy New Year.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And that was your third place finisher, that 14 machine of Jesse Scott, coming up just short of the win there in third place. One more time here tonight. Let's see if we can get the admin Plant in here for his final thoughts on how this race went. Hey there, Plant, you got a copy?
What's good, man?
Hey, man, we brought you back in here to give us an update on how you think this whole race went. Was it an overall success in your eyes? Got any more people in the league after this race?
Are we currently left?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I saw the stream in, so I was like, hold up. But nah, I think overall it went very well. Yeah, 500 laps is definitely a little exhausting, but I mean, at the end of the day, I had a blast regardless. I hope to God that other people had a great time as well. And yeah, like anybody who we can get in here, hopefully they stay. If not, then, you know, hopefully they make the next big race or however it will be. But like the plan is just to, you know, get a big group together and just, you know, make friends and just create a family together. I mean, that's the overall plan.
Absolutely, yeah. And I hope being broadcasted out there tonight for this race and helping y'all get some more people for this race here tonight by sharing it on Facebook and Twitter and all that, and here on the broadcast helped y'all out getting some more drivers. And hopefully we get a chance to look forward to working with y'all again if y'all put another one of these big races on. And I just want to extend our gratitude to you and Budman and all the other admins that put this race on and gave us the opportunity to bring it to the fans out there.
Oh yeah, and you know, I would definitely like to appreciate y'all thank y'all for, you know, stepping in, like kind of, I mean, not really a last minute thing, but you know, on such a short notice, because y'all did an amazing job out there. Y'all definitely killed it. I was really impressed with how good y'all sounded and how y'all did things. So yeah, I mean, definitely sometime in the future, or you know, whenever we get a foundation going of what we go do next, we're definitely gonna hit y'all up. I mean, y'all definitely nailed it out there.
Well, we appreciate the appreciation there, I guess is the way to put it. Well, fantastic race out there tonight. It was definitely a fun race to be able to broadcast and bring to the fans here on YouTube on the Full Send Broadcast Network. And we'll talk to you later, and have a good night and a Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, y'all too. Yeah.
Thank you. And that was Plant, also known as Daniel Smith, one of the admins here in the Invasion Racing League. Budman, known as the official Budman on Twitter and Twitch. He's also one of the other admins who put up the money for the winner here tonight, and we want to appreciate him for everything he's done for this race here tonight. And hopefully we get another chance to bring you another Invasion Racing League race. And before we sign off here, let's run you down through the official finishing order one more time before we sign off. Your winner by 4 laps is that 70 machine of Aaron Smith. In second was Isaac Smallwood. Third, Jesse Scott. Fourth, Tommy Rhodes. And fifth, Ty Watkins.
Joe McCattery bringing it home 6th, Josh Goodman 7th, Tyler Spencer 8th, Roger Pierce 9th, David Smith 10th.
Daniel Smith 11th, Nicholas Don Francesco, 12th. Devin Bird, 13th. Michael Carter, 14th. Keith Taylor, 15th. Eric Case, 16th. And rounding out your field is Derek Holochek.
And that's your official finishing order once again here in the Bring Winston Back 500 Christmas Bash, brought to you by Invasion Racing League and the official BUDMAN here on the Full Send Broadcast Network. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube, where every time we go live, you'll know it and you won't miss out on a bit of the action here. For Full Send Broadcast Network, for Justin and Kevin, I'm Jacob, signing off here. We'll see you at the finish line.